Assalamualaikum and good evening. You're now with me, Yusuf Shukri for TVS Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. A Pakistani man believed to be a suspect in 4 cases of sodomy and molestation involving 3 children and a teenage boy in Section 27 and Section 28 in Shah Alam is suspected, and he is believed to still be in the country. Assaults, according to Shah Alam Police Chief, occurred separately between April and now. Malaysian companies must be ready to capture new markets, said Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim. He said BRICS offers greater opportunities to companies to explore trade with union countries while quoting achievements by Petronas and Yinsen Production. One boy found, 5 others still missing as the search and rescue mission for a capsized boat in Belawai beach ended its second day today. The victim has been identified as Mikhail Razikin. More details coming up. The search for the remaining missing individuals after a boat capsized off Pantai Belawai, Kampung Belawai on Saturday afternoon entered its second day today. 45 personnel from various agencies have been deployed at the scene to locate the missing victims as part of the ongoing search and rescue operation. Cebu Zone 4 Fire and Rescue Department JBPM Chief Andy Ali said the search radius has been expanded to 5 kilometers, covering both the river mouth and upstream areas.
Sebanyak dua pasukan dari Balai Bomba dan Penyelamat Sungai Merah dan juga Balai Bomba dan Penyelamat Betong, iaitu pasukan penyelamat di air, telah juga dikerahkan untuk operasi mencari dan menyelamat, dan juga dua orang daripada unit pengesan, anjing pengesan. Dan radius pencarian pada hari kedua kita kembangkan kepada 5 kilometer yang merangkumi di kawasan muara sungai dan juga di kawasan hulu sungai.
In addition to the fire department, the operation involves cooperation from the Royal Malaysia Police PDRM, Sarawak Coast Guard, Sarawak Security and Enforcement Unit UKPS, Sarawak Rivers Board, Malaysian Armed Forces ATM, and Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency APMM. The search is also being supported by 39 villages using 18 boats, focusing on surface searches due to strong and receding river currents.
Meanwhile, one of the victims of the boat capsizing incident off Belawai Beach was found this evening, leaving 5 others still missing as the search and rescue continues. The latest updates from the rescue team said the body of a young boy was discovered around 6 p.m, approximately 300 meters from the Fire and Rescue Department's Operations Control Post. The victim has been identified as Mikhail Razikin. Further information regarding the remains will be released by the authorities in due course, and the search and rescue operation will resume tomorrow to continue the search for the remaining missing victims. A Pakistani man believed to be a suspect in 4 cases of sodomy and molestation involving 3 children and a teenage boy in Section 27 and Section 28 Shah Alam. He's believed to still be in the country, and Shah Alam Police Chief ACP Muhammad Iqbal Ibrahim said efforts are ongoing to track down and arrest the 25-year-old man who reportedly assaulted the victims in separate incidents between April and now.
Investigations revealed the suspect would approach victims by asking them to pick up items or assist him with booking an e-hailing ride. The suspect would then hug them from behind and choke them if they resisted. Iqbal added, when victims were distracted, he would punch and drag them to a location where he allegedly attempted to commit sodomy. The suspect also reportedly followed the victims while looking for an opportunity to strike. The case is being investigated under Section 14, Bracket A of the Sexual Offences Against Children Act 2017 and Section 377C of the Penal Code.
Now, local companies must be ready to explore new markets outside of the Malaysian conventional market, such as China and America. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim said with BRICS, it offers greater opportunity to companies to explore trade with involved countries, quoting examples set by Petronas and Yinsen Production, which found success in Brazil.
Anwar is currently on a 2-day trip to Brazil to attend the 17th Annual BRICS Summit as one of the honourable guests of President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. According to him, Luiz himself was pleasantly surprised when he initially found out that there were several Malaysian companies in Brazil. He spoke during the BRICS Gala dinner hosted by Yinsen Production in Rio de Janeiro. Also in attendance were Investment, Trade and Industry Minister Datuk Seri Tengku Zafrul Abdul Aziz and Yinsen Hold's Berhad Executive Chairman Lim Han Wang. Yinsen is a company that operates floating production storage and offloading unit FSPO and has undertaken 3 projects since 2023, namely FPSO and Neri, FPSO Maria Cuteria and FPSO Atlanta. Meanwhile, Petronas is involved in the production of oil and gas since last year after opening a fuel station in the country. Moving forward, Anwar told Zafrul to facilitate any trade endeavours for Malaysian companies to operate in Brazil, as the country holds a powerful economic strength among third world countries.
At the same time, Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim is scheduled to hold bilateral meetings with his counterparts from India and Ethiopia during the BRICS Leaders Summit in Rio de Janeiro. The meetings will take place on the sidelines of the main summit program on Monday.
Anwar, who arrived in Brazil from France on Saturday, is set to meet Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the Museum of Modern Art after delivering Malaysia's national statement at the summit. Both leaders met during the 21st ASEAN-India Summit in Laos in 2024. Anwar is also scheduled to hold a meeting with Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali. The Prime Minister will be accompanied by Transport Minister Anthony Loke and Investment, Trade and Industry Minister Tengku Datuk Seri Zafrul Abdul Aziz. On the second day of his official visit, Anwar is set to meet with Embraer President and CEO Francisco Gomes Neto. Headquartered in Brazil, Embraer is a leading aircraft manufacturer and participated in the Langkawi International Maritime and Aerospace Exhibition, Lima 2024, last May. Later, Anwar is also set to receive a courtesy call from Dilma Rousseff, President of the New Development Bank, NDB. Malaysia's participation in the summit is in its capacity as a BRICS partner country and as ASEAN Chair 2025. Malaysia officially became a BRICS partner country on January 1, 2025.
Some updates from Sabah. The 16th Sabah State Legislative Assembly or DUN will be automatically dissolved on November 11, 2025 if no dissolution is announced. Sabah State Assembly Speaker Datuk Seri Kadzim M. Yahya said the 5-year term of the Assembly is calculated from the date of the first sitting of the 16th Sabah State Assembly, which was on November 12, 2020, making November 11th this year the end of the term.
Tempoh tamat Dewan ni orang suruh keliru dengan tarikh buang undi. Ada kadang-kadang orang kata bila buang undi sekian hari bulan, dia kira 5 tahun dari sana. Ada kadang-kadang orang fikir dia daripada tarikh adu angkat sumpah. Tapi yang sebenarnya dia daripada tarikh pertama penggal sidang tu bersidang.
If the Assembly automatically dissolves on November 11th, the Sabah Governor Tun Musa Ahmad and the Election Commission will be officially notified. A state election must then be held within 60 days of the dissolution. Commenting on the upcoming 2-day Assembly sitting starting tomorrow, he said 4 bills will be tabled, covering supplementary supply, state sales tax, forestry, climate change and carbon governance.
Kita setahun sekurang-kurangnya mesti ada 3 persidangan. Tapi mungkin yang menjadi kegairahan orang tentang persidangan kali ini, banyak yang mengandaikan atau merasakan ini adalah sidang yang akhir sebelum pembubaran. Itu saya yang jadi dia punya hype sikit lah. Tapi kalau dari segi persiapan tidak deh. Persiapan semua seperti biasa.
Meanwhile, he stated that broadcasting the Assembly sessions live on social media platforms, including YouTube, is intended to allow the public to follow debates on state policies without having to attend in person.
Now, the quote-unquote ceasefire announced by US President Donald Trump has yet to uphold its objective. Today, 41 Palestinians were killed earlier when Israel launched a series of airstrikes across the Gaza Strip, according to reports by Anadolu Agency.
In Gaza City, 25 people were killed when Israeli warplanes bombed two homes sheltering displaced families in the Sheikh Radwan and Al-Nasser neighborhoods. Eyewitnesses said the houses were filled with sleeping families, mostly women and children, when the strikes occurred. Several people remained trapped under the rubble. Meanwhile, an Israeli drone strike hit a tent sheltering displaced Palestinians in Sheikh Radwan, killing 3 and injuring others, according to health officials. Overnight, 3 people from the same family were killed and others injured in an Israeli airstrike on their home in the Al-Daraj neighborhood of Gaza City, a source at the At Ali Baptist Hospital confirmed. Meanwhile, in southern Gaza, at least 10 people, including children and a pregnant woman, were killed in 2 Israeli air raids on makeshift tents for displaced civilians in the Al-Mawasi area of Khan Yunis, medical teams at Nasser and Kuwait field hospitals reported. Despite international calls for a ceasefire, Israel has pursued a genocide war on Gaza, killing more than 57,300 Palestinians, most of them women and children, since October 2023.
Now, the Palestinian National Council, PNC, called on the international community to take immediate action to stop the crimes of the Israeli occupation and to provide urgent international protection for the Palestinian people. It demanded that the occupation be held accountable before the International Criminal Court, ICC, for the atrocities committed against civilians in both Gaza and the occupied West Bank. PNC Chairman Rauhi Fatuh stated on Sunday that the forced displacement of dozens of Palestinian families from the Arab al-Malihat area, northwest of Jericho, is a new crime added to the occupation's long record of violations of international law.
Fatuh described it as a direct extension of the occupation's policy of ethnic cleansing and forced displacement being carried out simultaneously in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. He explained that the forced displacement faced by the Palestinian people in the West Bank, particularly in the Jordan Valley, is not separate from the genocide and widespread destruction taking place in Gaza. These actions are being carried out by the occupation government with the aim of removing Palestinians from their land as part of a colonial plan. 50 Palestinian families from the Arab al-Malihat area, northwest of Jericho in the eastern West Bank, were forcibly displaced from their homes following an escalating wave of organized assaults by colonies who have recently established new settlement outposts in the area.
51 people, including 15 children, were killed following a flash flood in Texas, U.S. The worst affected area is Kerr County, where 43 people have died and where 27 children remain missing from a Christian youth camp located along the river Guadalupe. People have also been confirmed dead in other parts of the state, including Travis County and Tom Green County. Multiple flash floods warnings remain in place over the weekend in central Texas, and about 850 people have been rescued so far. Back in Sarawak, over 2,500 civil servants from various departments participated in the 20th Public Service Premier Council Run, or MAPA XX 2025, in Kuching this morning, reinforcing awareness of the importance of a healthy lifestyle. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Ahmad Dr. Sim Kui Hian officiated the flag-off ceremony for the event, which included 10 kilometers, 5 kilometers and 3 kilometers race categories.
Agencies such as the Royal Malaysia Police, the Road Transport Department and the Ministry of Health. MAPA 2025, organized annually by the Public Service Department JPA, aims to cultivate and promote health awareness, particularly among civil servants. The run also serves as a platform to strengthen relationships between civil servants and the local community.
That's all the time we have for tonight's TVS Nightline 9. I'm Yusuf Shukri. Thank you for watching and have a good night. Assalamualaikum.